Good morning, everyone. We're having another semantics and pragmatics lesson, and this has to do with the pragmatics section. We're starting with Unit 4, Pragmatics, Lesson 1. Lesson 1 is about pronouns. Pronouns can be complex. So, this Franklin and Rodman pages 165 to 170 cover the issue of pronouns. And I'm leaving you this issue of pronouns so that you can read and find it yourself. I will not explain pronouns since it is super easy to get. So do not worry about that. Lesson 2, Deixis. This is an important one and I want to explain this one. Notice the pronunciation. Please do not say Deixis. It's Deixis as it is written phonetically here, phonемically here. Okay? What is it? It's an expression whose interpretation is relative to the context. Okay? So the meaning of a word changes according to the context. For example, if I say now is 8:20 and then after 3 hours I say now it's 10:20, no, 11:20, then what does now mean? First I said now at 8:20 and then I said now at 11:20. What does now mean then? Okay, so it changes. Now doesn't mean 8:20 anymore, it means 11:20, and it keeps changing, so the meaning is relative. The same happens with the word here. I am sitting here, but if I am in Disney World, then I will say I am here. What does here mean then? Does it mean Paraguay or does it mean Orlando? What does it mean? So here changes its meaning according to the context. The meaning is relative, and that is a deictic expression. Now, there are some deictic expressions, and they cover pronouns. Okay, like I or you. I, for example, I refers to Christian to me, but if you say I, it doesn't refer to Christian anymore. So it's a dactic expression. Also, in books, when the book says I am going to tell you a story, then who is I? The author of the book? A character of the book? Who is I? The same happens with you, etc. All the words now, there, that, etc., etc. So let me make a list then. I and you are pronouns. Okay, so pronouns are dactic expressions. Now is an adverb. So adverbs of of time are dactic expressions. Adverbs of place are also dactic expressions. That, what is that? Demonstratives are also dactic expressions, or expressions like the following. Yeah? So we distinguish between the, types of deixis, yes, but you don't need to know this necessarily. I will not test you on types of deixis, but it's good to know. What does the manual say? Social deixis is reference to the social characteristics of or distinctions between the participants or reference in a speech event. Example: the distinction found in many Indo-European languages between familiar and polite second pronouns is an expression of social deixis. In Korean, for example, you have words that distinguish older brother from younger brother, older sister from younger sister. These are uh, deictic expressions as well, social deictic expressions. Or we have honorifics. Yes. For example, we have in Spanish usted, and we have tú, and we have vos. So three honorifics. Yes, these are also deictic expressions. Why are they deictic? Because they are pronouns. Okay. In English does not have this distinction. French does, German does, Spanish does. Now we have also this age versus power. Okay, the old cleaning lady. Imagine there is a 20-year-old person who has hired a cleaning lady. The cleaning lady is 70 years old. Now, what will the 20-year-old boy man say to her? Does he say usted or vos? And what about her? Does she say usted or vos? So this is a very interesting analysis because we take into account age because the use of usted has changed. Older people tend to use usted more than younger people. I myself, because I am old, I don't like when students call me boss, for example. And then we have the issue of power. Okay, who is the boss? The 20-year-old boy is the boss. So does that mean that she needs to say usted to him or not? So very interesting questions, maybe for a thesis. Then we have spatial deixis. What is spatial deixis? Yes, it's referred to a location relative to the location of the participant. Yes, and we have adverbs of place then. Okay, we have demonstratives like this or that, or we have adverbs of place like here or there. We also have archaic words like yonder. What is yonder? It used to mean more distant from the speaker. Have you ever seen this word before? Probably you have when there is a very famous Christmas carol called Silent Night. Yes, you all know that song, Silent Night. It says, yonder mother and child, something like that in the lyrics. Okay. Then we have hither and thence. These three words are Old English, but they are archaic Old English words, but they are deictic expressions as well. Notice how we use our words. Venís a la fiesta? Sí, ¿dónde es? En lo de Laura. So that means the person is not at Laura's, but still she chooses the word venís instead of te vas a la fiesta. That should be the correct one. In English, the same happens. Will you come for dinner? Yes, I'll come later instead of I'll go later. Okay, my children use this too. They speak like that. The Japanese language, for example, does not allow this form. They say go where go should go, and come where comes must go. Okay. Then we have deictic projections, like now in an answering machine. For example, it says we're busy now. Please leave your message now. What does now mean in an answering machine? Or I was looking at this puppy in a cage with such a sad look on his face. It was like, oh, I'm so unhappy here. Will you set me free? I'm so unhappy here. Here means what? The cage? But here means where the person is too. So it changes. Here is not the actual location of the person uttering the word. Okay. We have another type of deixis, temporal deixis, which uses adverbs. Yes. Temporal adverbs, now and then, yesterday, today, tomorrow, distinctions in tense. Okay. November, look at the examples. This is so interesting regarding the use of then. November the 5th, I was in Scotland then. Yes. Then refers to back then in the past, right? But here, dinner at 8:30 on Sunday. Okay, I'll see you then. Then refers Sunday, next Sunday, future. So the word then travels through time, past, present, future. Or in an office, I'll be back in an hour. What does an hour mean? Yes, this is also a didactic expression. When will this person return? Free beer tomorrow. Yes, when is tomorrow? Never. Hoy no se fía, mañana sí. When is hoy? Never. When is mañana? Never. ¿Es you lunes? ¿La dieta? Never. So these are also expressions, didactic expressions. In the test, I will ask you to circle. I will give you sentences like she was sitting here. Okay. I will see who is the win. Probably we don't have a winner this time because it's a virtual exam. But every year with no exception, I say circle the didactic expression. You know what they circle? They circle the number here, number one. This is what they circle. No, they are supposed to circle the didactic expression. This one. This is what I want. Okay, and I explain in class, and still someone circles the number for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, but you won't be doing this year. I mean, circling the number because it's a virtual exam. Okay. All right. In pragmatics, we study language use, how speakers of a language use their language. Okay. So there is no way we can avoid use of English exercises. Okay. Because they really test if we know how native speakers of English use their language. So you will have a multiple choice exercise here. The first one, tension, pressure, demand, and pain. They are synonyms. They are very similar meanings, but here is where they test if we know how English speakers use their language. My father died when I was very small. Wow, very tragic story, by the way. So there was always just my mother and I. I uh, sometimes I used to wish that I had a brother or sister, not so much for someone to play with, but to take some of the pressure of my mother's expectations of me. Okay, so again, which are the options? Tension, pressure, demand, or pain. Okay, the word that fits there is pressure. So to take some of the pressure or to take the pressure off someone is an English expression. And this is studied by pragmatics. To take some, to take the pressure off someone. Okay. So which are the key words here to choose? The word off and the word take are keywords. So you need to look at the whole context to see the keywords so that you know that it is pressure. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, I would like you to practice this kind of exercises. How you're going to look for which year are you? Third year. Okay, so that would be B2, B2 use of English multiple choice. This is what you're going to Google. Cambridge University offers uh, tests, and this part is very important that you practice. You can practice online or you can download uh, old exams, but I need you to do this kind of exercises. Okay, you have 4 options, not 3, as we usually do. Okay. B2 is called 1. Advanced, CAT, PET, FCE, FCE. FCE B2, use of English multiple choice. That's what you need to look for. Okay. So that will be it regarding lessons 1 and 2 from Pragmatics. And soon I will post the video for lesson 3 and lesson 4, and that will be it regarding semantics. Okay? Goodbye.